Hey everyone, my name is Alastair Hunte with the Kingdom Relationship Network. Super excited because today we have the lady that's behind it all, the visionary behind the Kingdom Relationship Network. She'll talk a little bit about her story and what the Kingdom Relationship Network is about. So Miss Albertina, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. First, let's talk about what the Kingdom Relationship Network is, and then we'll go into your story.
Kingdom Relationship Network is an organization formed to eradicate child slavery from Liberia.
Right.
And our mission is to make sure that every child be given the love and dignity that they need and, the care that every child deserves, regardless of the background or the economic status.
Yes, and so when we think of our children, here in the U.S. and all of the things that they have, we have no clue what's going on there. So talk a little bit about growing up in Liberia and how that looks like to be a child in Liberia, especially if it is that your family doesn't have a lot of resources.
Well, growing up in Liberia was very rough for me and many others. Liberia being a little small country with 5 million people. They have some people who have money, and then a lot of the people they can afford even a meal a day. So when I was little, my dad came to the States when I was like 4 months old. He got a scholarship, and then he came, and my mom had to struggle with all of her kids. So because of that, we had to end up living with family members. And living with those family members was bad because we were treated second, like we were made for the kids. And it was bad, like it was really bad. So my mom had to move me to another family member, and I thought things were going to be better, but it became bad. So I remember one time I went back to where I used to live, and I saw this girl, a young girl. I think she was about 10 years old. She was going through a similar situation that I was going through. So I was about, I think, 13, 14 or 15. Yeah. I had to bring her with me into the city without not even having enough money. But that was my first rescue kit.
Wow.
So you know that I was born to do this.
Right. Yeah, before you even knew what you were doing or how it was going to work, you were already rescuing.
Right. I just hated injustice. I just hated children being abused, children being enslaved, because every child deserves to be loved.
Absolutely.
God is love. Jesus, he loved little children. So
Absolutely.
we have to love little. We love our own children. Why can't we love other people's children?
Absolutely.
So, yes, I live in Liberia, and I went through the child enforced labor thing, and I told myself, like, whenever I was going to be successful, I was going to help other children going through similar situation. I got kicked out when I was 16 years old.
Oh, wow.
I had to live in the slum, and I didn't go to school for a whole year, and that was so bad. So then I came to the United States, and I discovered that I had a purpose, something to live for, in 2014. In 2017, I started an orphanage in Liberia. We catered to 12 kids. We did that on our own, my husband and I. People chip in every now and then. But it was tough. So I had to restructure the whole thing. So right now we are on a mission to build a whole village, in a village in Bombing County. And God put that on me. I discovered bombing. A guy brought us to bombing, and we connected with the people. They were so excited. They gave us 10 acres of land.
Wow.
So we are about to change lives, with God on our side. We're about to change lives in the village. So I'm married to my childhood love with 4 boys. And we've been married 18 years now, but we've been together since we were kids. So I'm so excited that I met you and we're working together.
And it was just you're just telling me your story, right?
Yes.
And I said, oh man, I got to get involved. Actually, with some mutual friends and our pastor's wife who said, you got to get involved with this, right? And so it's just amazing how it is that God works inside of that midst. Yeah. So let's talk about the 10 acres of land that you said the village was so excited that they donated this 10 acres of land. So that's one of the initiatives that we're going to be doing is to actually get the surveys done and to actually clear out the land before it is that we go down there in February, right? So super excited about that. Yeah. But talk a little bit about what's the plans for the land, like what's the order that things are going to be built and what's kind of your your vision for this village?
Yeah, so first of all, we have to survey the land.
Right.
And then we have to, clean it up. And in the meantime, while we're waiting to build, we're going to have some livestock animals in there. And we're going to do a garden and everything before we get there in February for the because we're going to do a groundbreaking ceremony. Hopefully, we want to start the project next year because it's an urgent need. It's $60,000 to build a school.
What? No. And when you told me this originally, I was thinking $60,000 to build an entire school, furnished, and everything else like that. This is about the same that people spend on a car here in the U.S., right? Yeah. $60,000 is what some people will pay to go on a safari, and here it is that we can actually help to be able to change the lives of children by building an entire school. That's absolutely amazing, right? And you talked about you wanted some safe houses there, too, as well, for the children that you're rescuing.
Right. So we're going to rescue kids from the streets and bring them to the safe houses. We're going to partner with the government. We're going to have a hotline where we can rescue kids any time of the night. Once they call that a number and tell us they're in danger, we're going to partner with the police force because we don't want to just pick a case. We're going to take you to the police station, go through the proper procedure, create a file for you. And then that way records show that we brought you to our place. Right. And then you're going to be in a safe home. Our goal here is every child deserves to be loved. We want to give every child that childhood that they deserve, regardless of their economic status or family background. So in the village, we have a whole plan. We're going to build a school. We're going to have a clinic. Like I said, the clinic is very important in the village because people, when they will walk like miles to go give birth, and some of them die in the process of doing that. Wow. So there's no clinic there. So we're going to build a clinic, and we're going to build a playground. After the school is a playground. Yes. Because we want the kids to have someone to play. They don't have any. Yeah. They don't have anything to play with. They want to play in the mud. Right. So the community center is very important as well. Absolutely. That way they can gather there on the weekends or time when they're less busy and just play and have fun. We're gonna have a
well, right?
Yeah. Oh yes. A well with safe drinking water. Yes. Because they don't really have to drink water from the creeks and all that, so they don't have running water in the house. Wow. Right. We're going to have electricity there. We're probably going to use the solar panels and stuff. Right. And then we're going to have a technical school where we can teach people different trades to help them to be self-sustainable. And we're also going to have like microloan for women. Yes. To be able to, because a lot of men abuse women over there because they cannot provide for themselves. Wow. So the village is we're going to develop that village in a way that God is going to be glorified.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah. All right. Any last things that you want to be able to say before it is that we close? I mean, it's a powerful story. Mm-hmm. How can people get involved? Like, if they want to be able to get involved, they say, I want to be able to do it, because there's several different ways, whether it's volunteering their time or donating on the website. So talk a little bit about the ways to get involved.
So you could get involved by donating on the website, kingdomrelationshipnetwork.org. Or if God places it on your heart like Alastair, you can come with us to Africa to serve. If you're a doctor, you're a nurse, or educator, you could come and teach your children little games, or music teacher, band teacher, and all that stuff. You're very good with technology. Right. Because we're going to allow people to give us stuff. Like if your kids don't want to use their old clothes or their computers, bring them on. Right. We're going to take them. I mean, it's old for your kids, but it's new to those kids. They're going to be excited. So you can come on with us to Africa. You are welcome. We're going to provide security for you. We're going to make sure that you are well taken care of until you can come back to your family. So that's amazing.
Yeah. That's amazing. So, guys, whatever it is that you feel in your heart that allows you to be able to get involved, whether it is that you want to be able to donate, every single one of your dollars goes back towards helping these kids and helping this whole community to be able to thrive and become better. If it is that you feel like I was moved to be able to get involved, she just came to tell me her story, and next thing you know, I'm involved in running all the technology on the back end of this thing. So if it is that you feel like you're getting involved, there's actually a form on the website that you can fill out. Let us know who it is that you are, how it is that you want to be able to get involved. We'll start taking the steps towards that. But the thing is that I want to be able to encourage you to do is to just become a part of this huge mission and this thing that we call the Kingdom Relationship Network. Thank you so much for telling your story, and thank you for being on.
Thank you for having me.
All right, we'll talk to you guys soon.